Yes, the SVO is getting ready to go back on the lift. If you own one of these cars, you'll know that the rear brake calipers have issues. It gets to the point where the parking brake won't work anymore because it's attached to the cylinder of the brake. There are rebuild kits for these calipers. A lot of folks do that. I decided to take a different approach. The calipers for this car are also the same ones for the Lincoln Mark 7. So I got the part number, and every morning I'd wake up, I'd check Advance, I'd check AutoZone, I'd check Rock Auto, I'd check O'Reilly's, I'd check Napa, and eventually I found a caliper for the back right at Advance website, so I ordered it. Then 2 months later, I found a caliper for the left side at Napa's website, so I ordered that. So now I've got a pair of calipers for this car. I just need to install them, get the emergency brake line set up, adjusted, and I should be able to park maybe on a hill and walk away, which would be nice. So this is the caliper I got from Advance, and this is the one I got from Napa. There's a difference in these calipers. Yeah, they're both remanufactured. They came in boxes that look similar. They are not the same. They just aren't. The remanufacturing process is very different for the two calipers. I'm not going to bore you with the installation. I've done a caliper installation on an SVO in a past video. You can check that out if you like. Well, I tell you, that was a lot of fun, but I'd be lying. So this tolerance between the piston and the brake pad has to be like dead on, or you end up popping the piston. That controls the parking brake, and that sucks. But if you ever use one of these things, yeah, they're not the greatest. You need to do this to push the piston in and out of the caliper, and that's just a recipe for a knuckle buster. I know, yeah, they make better tools, but I'm cheap. You know, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on tools, so yeah, this is what I have. But be prepared. It's not a lot of fun to use one of these things. The caliper tends to want to move around on you and deal with it. But turn this back on. I can show you this one's on. That one came from Advance, and she's in there, and the tolerances are where they should be. This thing is not hardly moving. And this one came from Napa. And as far as I can tell, there's not a whole lot of difference other than the color. I really don't care about that. I need to get these bled, and then hopefully, I have a parking brake for the first time since I've owned this car. I get these brakes bled. If my tolerances are off, I could pop the pistons and be right back where I started. A lot of people convert SVOs and the Mark 7s over to a newer style, you know, SN95 or a caliper because of this. Because this is a pain in the ass. But this is the easier route, and it's also the cheaper route, so that's the route I'm going to try to take. But the guys at Advance kind of screwed me. I'm going to show you what I have going on here. So this piece controls the parking brake, and that's not engaged, and that's engaged. And these are splined behind here, or they're supposed to be. And I want to show you what they did when they rebuilt this at Advance. So typically you'd pick the spline that you want this on, but they butchered the splines on this thing. It's almost like I have three positions to choose from. And you can look at this thing and see what's going on there. There's no actual splines there. They put, I think, a 3-point in there, which only gives me a couple of places to locate this thing, as opposed to like the 30-some splines that are on the other caliper. This caliper from Napa, they put the splines on. So now I've got my parking brake, it's in position, I can pull the lever, adjust it inside, and I'd be good to go. But the story over here is more complicated because I've only got a couple places that I can choose from, and that really dicked me. I'm gonna try to place this as close as I can and maybe make my own extension out of something so that I can get the length right. So do you have a big bag of miscellaneous hardware? Well, I do. I'm gonna show you what I have going on here. You know, wish me luck while I go through this thing. This is one of 5 bags I gotta go through, so hopefully I find what I'm looking for. So is it a dumb idea if it works? The answer obviously is, well, no. So this is a piece of steel in here. This is the factory pin. And this is an aircraft bolt. So you may not have seen one of these nuts before, but it's gonna hold, and it's not threaded in there, so it's gonna work. So I'm pulling the cable now. This is gonna pull this lever down and engage the emergency brake. When I let go, the spring is gonna kick it back so that it's not holding. And this is gonna do the job for me. So yeah, I think it's good. All I have to do is go inside the console, adjust the brake to its right, and I should have a parking brake once again. Now you can see the Mach 1 is back in its place. The SVO now will not roll away, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have to lubricate and do some minor adjustments. And I'll show you that in another video. You go underneath the console, there's a bolt there, and you can get on that bolt, and that's really the only adjustment for the cable. You can tighten it, you can loosen it. Just a little bit of slack in it right now. I'm just going to put a couple more turns on there, get that cable a little more tight, but I want to get some lithium grease in all the contact points before I do that. But yeah, I got a parking brake. So it only took 3 months from the start of this to now, but I have one, so I'm not going to complain. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. That way other people see it. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. There's a lot of SVO content on it. I'm going to put a playlist over here. You can check out from when I bought this car to where I'm at right now. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Till next time, we'll see you.